In 2013, you were on the cover of XXL Freshmen.
Yes, I was.
What did you think of this year's class that was recently revealed?
Man, I'm a big fan of the youth. So they really can't do no wrong to me. And everybody on there are pretty good at what they do. Some people I'm not that familiar with, like Ugly God. Do I know any of Ugly God's music? No, I don't. But he's probably might be the most happiest person, the person I'm the most happiest about being on the cover, because I feel like, man, it's so many people that wanted his spot. Out of everybody else's spot, his spot was a spot where it's like, it came with a lot of hate, a lot of love, a lot of confusion, a lot of like, what? A lot of like, yeah. Yeah, it's just so much emotion driven behind that spot. Everybody else's spot, I get it, sure. I totally get it. Whether it's a numbers game, whether it's a hits game, whether it's who you cool with gang, I get all that. But his spot, it was like, what? Yeah, the emotion behind it, which I'm all about that. Something that brings out true emotion, I'm all about that. And so, you know, shout out to him and shout out to everybody on that cover.
They've been doing this cover theme, this freshman class, for several years now. People want to be a part of it. When it's released, there's always big discussions in the barbershops to the radio stations about who's on it, who didn't make it. But for somebody that's watching this, let's say they're going to be on the next cover, so they're going to use this interview as some insight.
Right.
What is the pressure, or maybe there is no pressure, what does someone face after becoming unveiled on that cover for the rest of that year?
So if you get the cover of XXL Freshman, one thing that don't change is you have that upcoming year, or that year that the cover is posted, you have basically about 6 to 10 months to prove to the naysayers and mainstream and whoever, for the most part, why you deserve to be on this cover. You know what I'm saying? You really need to show people. So whether it's your next project coming out, your next big single, whatever moves you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because the youths these days are doing so many different things. You know, you got Yachty, who's doing so many different other business plays outside of the music. You know, you got artists like Lil Uzi, who's like killing on the streams. You know, Playboy Cardi and this person and that person, you know, and then you got the PNB Rocks, the A Boogies holding down Uptown, or up north, should I say. You know, just everybody's playing a different purpose, but it's important for you to capitalize on your next 10 months. That's what I would say.
Did you feel a pressure being a part of that class or that cover at that time, or?
Well, you know, honestly, you got two different type of artists, I personally feel, when it comes to that cover. You got that artist who's like, bro, I deserve it, and I don't care about being on it. And you got the artist who, I deserve it, and I can't wait to be on it. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different artists, how it boils down these days. You know what I'm saying? So you'll look at, I think it's that 2010 cover. That cover is amazing. To me, that's the best cover. Or whatever, like, I like my cover, but that cover, for me as a hip-hop fan, is just the cover. I think that's the cover, like Wiz and whoever was on that cover with him. All those people are awesome. But the person that's not on that cover is Drake. Or whatever, and Drake came out like later on, like within that same year, like within those 10 months that I talk about, he had his own cover, or whatever. And there ain't nothing wrong with that, because does it make sense now? Hell yeah, it makes sense. It's just about how much you believe in what you got and how much your team is willing to prove to these actual magazines and blogs, like, hey, bruh, I'm not finna share no cover with these niggas. I'm finna do my own cover because I am that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't nothing wrong with that type of cockiness in hip-hop. It's hip-hop. Hip-hop is based on those type of things. If you believe in what you got, like Diddy didn't become an 800 millionaire by like second-guessing his belief in what he can do. Hell nah. You know?
There's always one person they miss on that cover that turns up later down that line, later down that year. I felt like last year was young M.A. She was the person that blew up, and she wasn't a part of that class. But okay, somebody watching this, they just became a freshman class person. Any do's or don'ts or any other advice you would give somebody?
That somebody that's on the cover wants to be on the cover?
somebody that just became, somebody watching this a year, 2, 3 years from now, that just became a part of that cover. What do you say to that person?
All right, cool. So let's just say it's 2020. It's 2020 right now. And Trinidad James is talking to you. You're the 2020 XXL Freshman of the Year. Throw the roses, have a fucking cake. Great. Make that shit count. Make it count. Handle your business. Stack your bread up. flex. Sure, flex. Sure. But make sure that you make it count. Make sure you handle your business. And make sure, don't make excuses for the things that you or your team don't know. Get it right. Because that's how failure comes. That's how you hurt your brand. The things that you don't know, or the things that your manager don't know, or the things that your A&R don't know, or whoever is working on your team, if you're independent, not, whatever somebody don't know, it's on you. Whether you are 17, 18, 19, 25, whatever age you are, hey man, handle your business. Make sure that you got somebody on board who gets it. Because the person who don't get it, it ain't gonna be their fault if you allow them to keep working for you. It's gonna be your fault. It's always gonna come back on you.